Okay, everybody, let's recap the lesson. So today we're starting trig equations, and last week we worked on trig identities, and then we're going to use some of the identities to solve these problems. But today's pretty simple. You will need your unit circle, okay? Because a lot of the answers we're going to find are on the unit circle. So, and we're also going to look at degrees. So solving trig equations, today we're going to do it in degrees. It'll get us more familiar with how to do these. So, first example, solve 2 sine squared theta plus 1, equals 1, okay? But it's from 0 to 360. From 0 to 360 means the entire unit circle, but in degrees. Our answer is going to be angles in degrees. So I'm just going to solve. Okay, so first thing I do is divide by 2, divide by 2. Then I really have sine squared of theta equals 1/2. Square root of both sides to get rid of the square. I get sine of theta equals plus minus, remember 2 answers, plus minus square root of 1/2. Well, I can rationalize that, and I want to rationalize because I want to get it to there, okay? Because that is a unit circle answer, not that, but that is a unit circle answer for once I rationalize the denominator. So where is sine of theta equal to square root of 2 over 2? Well, it's here at 45 degrees. It's also here at 135 degrees. The negative part is here at 225 degrees, and then the other negative square root of 2 over 2 is here at 315 degrees. We have 4 answers. Theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4. 4 answers, okay? All right. Question number 2. We got a cosecant. So first of all, there's 2 ways to do it. I thought I'd take the square root first. I think it's easier. Square root, I get plus minus 2. Remember, 2 answers, plus minus 2. But cosecant cannot be found, so I rewrite it as 1 over sine. That's one of our identities. And then I'll flip it, and I'll flip the fraction 2 over 1 to make it negative 1/2, plus or minus 1/2. So then on the unit circle, I'm looking for a y value of 1/2 and negative 1/2, and I can find it here at 30 degrees, here at 150 degrees, for the negative 1/2 of here at 210 degrees, and the negative 1/2 here at 330 degrees, okay? I've got 4 answers, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4. Pretty easy, I think, okay? All right, now, number 3. Well, doggone it, it sure looks like a factoring problem to me. It looks like a trinomial. So I rewrote it. So let's let x be cosine. So I rewrote it in terms of x squared minus 3x minus 4. And I thought, okay, I can factor that. X minus 4, x plus 1 will factor to make the x squared minus 3x minus 4, okay? But instead of x, it's really cosine. So I rewrote as cosine of theta minus 4, cosine of theta plus 1. So then, okay, set it equal to 0. I'm going to solve, okay? So then, solve for cosine, add 4. Wait a minute, cosine can't be 4. The biggest cosine could be is 1, so that's no solution. On the second one, though, I go minus 1, and cosine can be negative 1. Cosine is negative 1 here, the x value at 180 degrees. So only one answer this time, okay? I had to factor. Okay, last problem, example 4. Now, here's our problem. It's like having x's and y's. You've got sine squareds and cosines. Like having x's and y's, it's really difficult to solve. So the first thing I'll do is change this cosine squared into a 1 minus sine squared. That's one of the identities we learned last week. So I'm going to rewrite it in terms of sine. So right here, instead of cosine squared, I wrote 1 minus sine squared. So right here, so 1 minus sine squared. So then I'm going to start solving, okay? So I brought the sine squared over, added sine squared, it gave me 2 sine squared. I brought up the 1, I subtracted 1. So now here I have a 2 sine squared theta minus 1 sine minus 1. Well, that looks like it's a factor problem also. So I did a little factor on the side. Okay, so let's let x equals sine. And I factored 2x squared minus 1x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 and x minus 1. Okay, great. That factors. That makes my negative 1. But instead of x, I really have sine. So I rewrote this as 2 sine theta plus 1 and a sine theta minus 1. And I just solved. Okay, so then 2 little mini equations. 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0. I subtracted 1 divided by 2. So I get sine of theta equals negative 1/2. Well, that happens here at 210 degrees from my unit circle, and here at 330 degrees. So I've got 2 angles. Okay. Then I solve the other little mini equation. I add 1, sine equals 1, up here at 90 degrees. And that's all I have. Okay, so you're going to need your unit circle. Good luck. You have an assignment, and we'll go over it tomorrow.